Okay, I'm getting such a strong channeled message for a very special collective, for a very rare soul. This collective is full of rare souls, very unique. And I literally woke up with this message and I was like, oh my God, I need to say this. I need to get this message out right now, which is not happening to me very often. And I also have not done a channeled message on this channel for a little bit. So the fact that I woke up with this, I'm starting this video at 11:11. Buckle in, strap in. You have always felt different. Your journey is very rare, and it has led you to feel very different, very isolated, very alienated, and like an outcast. And I think you're a type of person who, like, you see other people around you, and you have these moments where you're like, well, I'm not that different from them. Like, I feel like I could find relatability with certain groups of people. Like, I feel like we have matching interests there, we have matching values, whatever. It's like there are people who, like, you see and you're like, oh, I should be able to relate to that person, or I should be able to, like, find some sort of community with that group of people. And yet, you feel so strange. You feel like such a stranger, for like such an outcast, no matter where you go. You also probably watch a lot of channeled messages like this, or tarot readings, or just spiritual guidance, where you may get the feeling a lot where you're like, oh, that should be for me. Like, I feel like that can match in some ways. 222 on the timer. I feel like that can match me in some ways, or this could be talking about me. And a lot of times you probably try to make it about you because you feel this like underlying rarity in your soul. You feel like this sense of like you are special and you know that, but you don't have any proof of that yet in a way. It's like you don't know what it means or like how it fits in the grand scheme of things. You just don't know. You're also not supposed to know. There is a bee, a bumblebee flying right past my window. I live on the fourth floor, so I just have to mention that. Bees could be very significant right now. I've been watching Secrets of the Bees on like National Geographic or whatever. Only 2 episodes have come out so far, but it's so good. Bees are fascinating. Okay, back to the message. You may watch a lot of channeled readings and you're like, okay, I'm going to take this, but I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because it feels like it's about me, but it's also not. Like, there's always some sort of block there. And it's because you're just so rare, so like no one can truly fully capture the essence of you, can really fully capture the essence of your story, of your entire journey, of your entire soul. It has such a strong imprint on the world, and yet it's so mysterious, and like it's so, it can't be mapped out. Like, it's just so ethereal and special and unique and new. Meaning it's very new to the world. You have a very new essence feeling to the world, 404. um and you probably leave that impression with people. You probably will meet people, and the other person will go, I've never met anyone like that before. That's who you are. And honestly, I feel like this has been very hard for you throughout your life, of like, you've probably gone through a lot of different friends or a lot of different friend groups, or just you have dabbled in every interest. You have so many, you have such a vast um capacity for like interest in things. Like, you're just open to the world. You're open to experiencing the world. You have such a vastness and a depth within you, so you just use that to experience whatever you can. And so you've recycled, not recycled, but like you've cycled through a lot of different friends, a lot of different friend groups, because there is a common ground that you can find with a lot of people, but it doesn't stick because your soul is so vast. So your soul is always looking for like something deeper, something more. And it's not to say that the people you had in your past who you were friends with weren't enough. It has nothing to do with the other person. And this isn't about like blaming anything else or thinking that we're more special than anyone else. That's not what this is. It's just there's something so rare about you that when you have these deep friendships with people, like, you probably had a lot of experiences where you had a really, really deep relationship with someone, and I'm talking about friends here, honestly. This could be romance, you could relate to this either way. But you've gone through periods of having very deep relationships with someone, but for a very short period of time, because your soul is just like, okay, you probably have heard the message before that you cause a lot of other people to sort of awaken to something within them. You just have that effect on people. You awaken people. And so you come into contact with a lot of people, and then you just get pulled in a different direction. You get pulled out of their life. And that person is those people who, met you years ago, they're still thinking about you. They still like understand that you have had such a strong impression and impact on their life, and they still think about it, even if this friendship, this relationship you had with them was years ago. It has impacted them so deeply because you just impact people so deeply. And this message is finding you now because I feel like you have just reached some sort of, you haven't gone through so much ascension. So this is finding you because you've gone through so much ascension. And I feel like at this moment in time that this is finding you, you may be going through a lot of ascension symptoms because you have never gotten to this place, right? You're at a very new place in the world, in yourself. You may have just discovered or rediscovered a lot of spiritual abilities. Your intuition is very strong right now. You receive so many visions and synchronicities, and there's just a lot going on within you. And I think the reason this message wants to come through for you right now is because you have reached this new place of this like frequency, this vibration that you have never reached before, that is also very rare. It is kind of triggering all of these sort of feelings of grief and rejection and abandonment and isolation that you have within you, because that is so rare. Because not only are you a rare soul, but you have reached a place within you and within the universe that is so rare. And it is only like strengthening this sense of isolation you feel from other people, from your family, from your friends, from the people around you. And it's not to say you're completely isolated. It's like, I do believe you still have people in your life. It's just you feel there's this distance that is kind of extending even more so. And you have important people in your life, and it's just that, every time you try to connect deeper with them, every time you feel like you're gaining common ground with them, it causes you to ascend. Like anytime you reach some sort of level with a person of relatability, of depth, of understanding, it just increases your abilities. It increases your intuitive abilities. So you reach a further place of ascension, and then you kind of lose. It almost makes you lose that relatability that you had in that moment with that person a little bit, which is so interesting. But it's just because your soul is so adaptable. I'm getting it has such a strong capacity for growth, and so you just grow so quickly. And I don't want to say you outgrow people because that feels very negative, and like everyone's journey is special, everyone is on their own path for a reason. But I feel like because you do awaken people and you leave such a strong impact on people, like those people are left better for meeting you because of meeting you. So it's almost like this is very purposeful for you. You okay. The reason this message wants to come through, also, I'm sending you so much love to your heart, okay? I don't know why I grabbed these two heart-shaped crystals, but we have my orange selenite, which is just such a happy, clean, cleansing stone, and my heart-shaped rose quartz, because you are so loved, even when you feel isolated. Okay, 1010 on the timer. You are so loved even when you feel isolated. That message is also coming through from Spirit. Spirit loves you so much. Spirit is so proud of you. Spirit wants you to remember that just because you do not find fulfillment in the traditional way of having a lifelong friend group, something like that. You may see people on social media of like people you used to know who have these friend groups, and like you may feel like a sense of like, oh, well, I don't have that, so I must be doing something wrong. Spirit is trying to remind you that that's just not your path. Your path is very rare. Your path is very unique, and it can still be fulfilling. I hate those messages where it's like, oh, you are lonely because you have a mission and you're supposed to awaken people and you're just not allowed to keep anyone for yourself because you have such a strong mission from spirit. No, that's not what this is. That is, if it sounded like that before, I apologize. 1111. That is not what I'm trying to say here. This is really about showing you a new lens through which you can view your life from, a new lens through which you can view emotional fulfillment from. Your heart can still be just as fulfilled exactly as you are. You still have so much love in your heart. And I think that's like the main message here is that you just have so much love to give. So that's why you go through a lot of people, because people get attracted to you. They want to feel some of that love. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you may have sadness and you may have grief, but come back to the place, this well inside your heart that is just full of love. Because that love can never be taken away. You have the source. You're connected to the source. So your well never runs dry. And if it feels like it does, that means you just need to take time for yourself. But think of all the people you have loved in the past, all of the friends, all of the family, all potential romantic partners, all of the people you have loved. And understand that, like, that love did not go to waste. And it did not steal or take any love from you. That love is still right here and it's still full. Come back. Do a heart centering meditation or something, because I want you to feel how much love in your heart and how powerful it is. And I want to get back to like these ascension symptoms, because it's almost like I'm going to take a sip of coffee. It's almost like because you're ascending, you feel like you're losing again. And your previous losses of people, places, or things are getting triggered because you are moving forward. You're moving forward very rapidly. Your third eye is opening very rapidly. Your capacity to hold love and wealth and abundance is growing very rapidly. And you're not seeing that for the beauty it is, and that's okay. That is not, if that sounded like a blaming statement, it's not. It's just you're seeing it through the potential loss, and so that's why you feel very afraid right now. You feel very afraid because even though your soul knows deep down that you are doing so much good right now, that you are doing everything right, and you could not, there's not even a possible reality in which you could be doing something better, because you are growing and you are learning and you are changing so rapidly for your highest good, and it's for the highest good of all, because you are such an important soul and you are such a loving and kind soul, and you have so much to give and you have so much to offer. And because your journey has been so rare, it only gives you so much extra wisdom to share on situations for people that you don't even remember, but then all of a sudden this wisdom comes out to shed light on someone else's situation, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot how deep my wisdom could go. That's you. And you are on the path to like becoming such a beautiful, prominent person, prominent soul in so many people's lives. And you're at the point right now where it feels like you're just losing, because the higher you go, you realize there are things you may need to leave behind. And I want to make very clear that any people who are supportive of you, no matter what you do, any people who love you, even if it's sometimes in a way where you they don't always understand you, but they love you in their own way. This is not a sign to lose people or to cut people off, right? because I think that message goes around in the spiritual community a lot. And I want to remind you that your soul is so special. So you have the capacity to be kind of like a bearer. This might sound negative, but I think this goes back into why this message is coming to you, because of the way different ways in which you can be fulfilled emotionally in your heart that might differ from other people, but you can be the bearer of other people's pain in a way. But it's like you know how to understand and hold other people's uh limits, or something that might be viewed as like a shortcoming. You know how to hold that for people because you have gone through so many different situations so many times in your life, and you have just learned so much about being a person. You just like, you have this wisdom that comes out of nowhere. I honestly feel like you're just a very old soul. So no matter how old you are, like, people might be just amazed at what comes out of your mouth sometimes. You might even be very young, but that's not like necessarily the case. It's just like, I genuinely feel like people hear you say things that are so wise, and like, it's like this otherworldly ancient wisdom that you have, and people are like, oh my god, how do you have this wisdom? It's like no matter how old you are, you just, people are amazed by the wisdom you hold because it's like centuries old. This is like ancient wisdom. My dragon tribe, if you're here, you know this is for you. But coming back to kind of like relationships and relatability, you have such a deep capacity of understanding, and that is not supposed to be used to isolate yourself. This is an important reminder. That is not supposed to be like the basis for your isolation. That is actually supposed to be the basis to connect deeper with people so that other people can be raised and uplifted and be led to overcoming what they're going through. And that's why I want to say, like, the relationships you develop with people are non-traditional. They're not common friendships or relationship. It's this very deep feeling of understanding, and you're coming to a place of emotional mastery so that when other people do have misunderstandings or just maybe like a short-sightedness with you, you're able to hold that and still keep yourself safe and protected, and allow them to come to the understanding on their end. And it's like you just need to trust that other people have the capacity to understand you, or you'll never be understood. And I don't think you will ever be understood. But I think there are people in your life who will never stop trying to understand you. And that's really all we want. This is the point of like connecting with people. Is it's not trying to fully, you'll never fully understand another human being. Our souls are so vast. We don't understand our souls. We don't even understand the human brain. The psychology of the human brain is so limited, and human brains are still constantly surprising us with just like this like unlimited sense of capacity. Okay, what do I want to say right now? Oh, my channel went blank. Let's come back. The main message for you right now is do not be afraid. Do not be afraid that you will have to give up something as you rise. Do not be afraid that you will have to lose as you rise, because that is no longer your story. That is no longer your story. The people in your life right now, I really feel like they are the people who are meant to be in your life. Because you have raised so much, and you probably have lost a lot of people that at the point you are now in life, there's already no one left that would you would have to like lose again, or who are just not aligned with you. Like you're so aligned in your energy that everyone who is in your life currently is also aligned, even if there are still moments of misunderstanding. Like I was saying, like it doesn't mean they're not aligned, because you know that like humans are complicated and life is complicated, and you are have a high enough vibration to always overcome with the people in your life now. So the fear you are experiencing right now is your past fears coming up, your past fears of always being the odd one out and always having to lose friends and to lose relationships because it just didn't align, and having to cycle through so many people before you found someone who felt like home, who felt like you, who felt like they were a match for you, or who felt like they were an aligned friendship with you. And you've just gone through so much loss and grief. And so your grief is being triggered because every past time you had to move on for the better, you had to lose. But I was sent to remind you how strong your frequency is now, how strong your vibration is now, and you are at the point where you no longer have to lose in order to get ahead, because you're already at that place where you're so strong and centered in your wisdom and energy, and you're so soul aligned that any fears of like truly embodying this are just coming from old grief. But you don't have to lose again, okay? You really don't. The loss is in the past. And now, and I'm very careful with my words, so I don't make promises. I don't do anything. I really try, especially as time goes on, I really try to just be so honest with the things that I say and with the things that I feel. But if this message is finding you, it's because you're special. It's because you're rare. It's because you're unique. And it only finds you if you are at this frequency of life, at this phase of life. And you're at this phase of life that you're so strong. And you feel like all the past times you had to be strong were because you lost. And now you're so strong because you're winning. And you don't know what that feels like. So you think you're losing, but you're winning. 2, 3, 4, 5 on the timer. I kind of just want to end it there. You don't have to be afraid, because everything good is coming to you. I really just want to say that. It's a big promise, but I really believe it. Everything good is coming to you. I love you so much. You are so special. You are so unique. If this message resonated with you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. I also do personal readings. I'm working on my personal Reiki offerings, but we're kind of doing all kinds of stuff on this channel now because I don't like to fit in a little box. So this is the first channeled message I've done in a while. I also haven't been doing tarot as much lately because I just got attuned in Reiki, and I'm so excited about just working with Reiki. So I'm doing a lot of Reiki right now. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming through. So I hope some of it, or all of it maybe, aligns with you and what you're going through and how this can best help you and connect with you. Yeah, I don't know. Chat with me down in the comments what's going on, how this resonated. And if you want to work with me personally, I will put some info in the description. But I love you, and goodbye.